All right, this is the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, "For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all." And before I go any further, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the one true name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and that of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, though the letter J wasn't even derived until the 16th century, being Yahushai. And there is no other name given among men whereby ye must be saved, as it is written, Acts 4 and 12. You see? I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect, doing the best to make the calling of your election sure wheresoever you may be in these last days, man. Lord willing, this be edifying. All right, and as you see, we just read James chapter 2 and verse 10, going into the law, man. All right, and the fact that if you break one of these commandments, man, you're guilty of breaking the law entirely, man. You broke the law, you see? So, that being the case, man, this really just shows you that how much we need Yahushai, how insignificant we are without him, man. All right, let me go ahead and grab a quick precept. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 20, and it reads, "For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not." So there's not one righteous man upon the earth that is doing good, man. That's why Yahushai said, "Call none good but the Father that is in heaven." See, and that was Yahushai speaking. How much more us? If he was perfect, man, we're far from it, man. The scriptures say that the elect's righteousness are as filthy rags. We need Yahushai, man. Without Yahushai, we are filthy. You're polluted without Yahushai. Anyway, taking it back where we left off. James chapter 2, verse 10. Right, so if you break one of these laws, man, you're done. And again, we got this flesh upon us. You see, so we are not perfect. We're far from it, man. You see, the only difference is now is Yahushai is our way out, man. All right, but this just goes to show you how, if you're trying to get it if you're trying to obtain it by the righteousness of the law, then you're off, because none of us are gonna get it that way, man. None of us are perfect. In fact, the Hebrews the 8th chapter tells us that, which we'll grab here shortly. You see, you're not gonna get it by wearing fringes, because guess what? Maybe you have two different fabrics on, which is a sin, which is a law. So you wore two different fabrics, then you broke the law, man. You've offended. You see? So really the fringes got canceled out. But what does not cancel it out, man? Yahushai. Cleaning up the inside of your cup first, right? You see, so it's not all the law. The law's there so you know how to fight the flesh, man. That's the only thing now. But we're in the grace period. So now you can fight the flesh, man. Now you can look at that law and try to do what you could, man. But knowing and understanding that does not save you, man. Yahushai is ultimately our salvation, but yet we prove our faith by our works, which is what this is going to get into. But let me go ahead before we continue and jump into that Hebrews 8th chapter. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8. Chapter 8 and verse 8, it says, "For finding fault with them," go back to verse 7, "for in the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for a sanctuary." So the first covenant had a fault, man. We're given all these laws, but there was a fault to it. And what was that fault? For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So he's going to make a new covenant with these people, because that first covenant had a fault, which that fault was, hey, these laws were just written, man. And we were made subject to vanity, as the book of Romans, the 8th chapter, tells us. So naturally, the creation is just a wicked vessel, man. Naturally, you're pulled and you're tempted in particular ways. You see? But now there's a new covenant being written that's not going to be faultless. And how is that going to be so? Verse 9, it says, Not according to the covenant that I made with the house of their fathers, or with their fathers, in the day that I took them by the hand and led them out of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be unto them a God, and they shall be unto me a people. Hey, look at that, man. So he's going to write these laws that we can't be perfect in, right? That we are made subject to vanity with, right? These laws are going to be written within you, man. You see, that's going to be the way that this new covenant, all right, will not be found faultless. But that new covenant's only been made possible through the blood of Yahweh Shai, because he overcame the law, man. Hebrews 9:15. By this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by the means of death, for the redemption of the transgressors that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. So through that blood of Yahweh Shai, man, those who are under that first testament, under that first covenant, you see, now they're able to be once again in a covenant, man. But this new covenant, instead of being upon the blood, right, verse 18, whereupon neither is the first testament was dedicated without blood. So the first testament wasn't dedicated without blood, because that was the blood of animals. Now this New Testament is dedicated by the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. You see? Let's go ahead and jump back to James chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, For he that said, Do not commit adultery, and also do not kill. Now if thou committed no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. Further solidifying or detailing what we're talking about, right? Breaking another point, then you've offended in both. Verse 12, it says, So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. For he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Hey, so you got to be honest with yourself, man. Right? You got to realize that we are in the flesh. There's going to be certain occasions where you may not be perfect, man. And the biggest example of that, or one of the biggest examples, is wearing the multiple fabrics, man. Or another one would be if a woman was on her impurity and then had touched something that you touched, hey, you've made yourself unclean. You see, so we just can't be perfect out here, man. All right, but yet you're over here holding people accountable to things that you know damn well you can't be perfect in. You see, at the end of the day, man, we are all just flesh. All right, going all the way up to the elders and the apostles, man. We are all just flesh. And so you can't be holding people to the standard, a standard that we know we ourselves can't hold, which is what? To be perfect within the law, man. Again, you offend in one point, you offend in all, man. It's really not hard to understand. Going on, it says, So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. For he shall have judgment. And that liberty going into picking and choosing different laws that you want to follow or don't want to follow, man. You see, at the end of the day, you just do the best to your ability, man. This is not according to your want or desire. It's according to your necessity, man. According to what your several ability. Just like the scriptures say, man, in the parable of the hidden talents. He gives them all talents according to their several ability, man. Hey, different brothers have a different role in this truth, man. But yet, entirely, it's making up the entire body. You see? So anyway, verse 14, it says, what doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? So now this has to be spoken of, man, because there's a balance. All right, you can't just have all faith and be a whole nigga in the world, and you can't just have all works and have no faith, man. At that point, it's just become some sort of a fad, I guess. I had some guy at work over here trying to rebuke me the other day for not wearing fringes at the work spot, man. So you see, this is the kind of madness that it creates. Then it goes on to say, what can faith save him, man? Can faith alone save you? And the answer is no. So, going on verse 15, it's almost like having right, like they say in the world, talk is cheap, man. You have, if you have faith without works, that's like having a woman that, she makes it seem like she loves you. She be saying all these different things and portraying it in front of everybody, but yet there's no works behind any of it, man. Maybe she's doing things, contrary to what she is saying. You see? Faith without works, man. Verse 15, it says, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food. So now, hey, now the Lord's doing his, he's making an analogy on it, man. Just like I did just now with the woman. Well, hey, the Lord does it best, man. All right. So this analogy being, if a brother or sister is naked or destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, and be ye warned and filled, notwithstanding ye give them none of those things which are needful for the body, what doeth it profit him? Right? So having faith without works, man, that's like the guy coming up and you telling him, hey, get yourself some good clothes, get yourself some good food, all these different things, but you ain't giving him a damn thing to actually do it, man. So what profit did you have? This guy already knows he needs food, man. The dude already knows he needs clothes. So you didn't really do a damn thing for him, man. Verse 17, even so, faith, if it hath works, is dead, being alone. You see, so faith without those works is just dead. So it's got to take the 2 and 2 to make the cocktail, so to speak, man. You have to have faith with works. That's it. Let's see, verse 18. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Hey, let your works talk, man. Let your works talk. And guess what your works are going to do? Go ahead and close it here. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 15, it says, neither do men hide a light candle and put it under the bushel, because we're the light, man, we're the candle. It says, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Hey, that's your spot, man. Let your works, let your light shine, man. Verse 16, it says, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You see that, man? Not your good faith, but your good works. You see, you might see some sort of illusion of faith within these churches, man. But where you're going to find actual works, where you're going to find people becoming whole new creatures, where you're going to find people washing themselves by the word, we're going to find people being reborn again, going on the process from mortal to immortal, casting off these mortal thoughts, man, this is going to be found among those of you sincere Israelites out there, man. Coming out of the old creatures that we once were, but now becoming what? Exactly what I just said, man. The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel returning to our original estate, man. As it is prophesied, fulfilling the Heavenly Father's promises, man, and not breaking them. Right? So going on verse oh yeah, that was it, man. Let your light shine, that they may see your good works. So again, man, these good works, the way you conduct yourself, all right, that's what people are going to see. That's going to cause them to bat an eye, man. In fact, it may bleed off onto other people. They'll start conducting themselves in a proper way. You see? But again, that's how powerful it is, man. I will show you my faith by my works. And those works are going to shine before the world, man. And the world's going to begin to take heed unto it as well. Just like this law was given to us since the very, very beginning, right? Deuteronomy 4 and 6. What does it say, man? It separated us from all nations, man. The nations were marveling at the wisdom and the knowledge that we have. The knowledge of life, man. Modern science will still prove if you break one of these laws, it's going to lead to death, man. Even the mixed fabrics thing. Man. I have a lesson on that. So anyway, with that said, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Hashem Rakakwa. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS, Great Millstone, peace, love, blessings, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect, doing the best to make the calling of your election sure. This is Brother Gar. Until next time, Shalom.